All right, guys, welcome back to another video. Shaman J. We're going to do a driving impressions video here, and I'm going to focus on pretty much talk about one pedal driving and just my experience with driving this car since ownership. So the first thing I want to tell you is when you start off with this car, you start off with 3.5 miles per kilowatt hour. It always starts up that way. You can see my starting range here is 241 and the miles is 1023. Now, while I might not record the entire drive to where I'm going, it's a pretty long drive. It might be less than 15, 16 miles, but I wanted to go ahead and just talk to you for a little bit about it. And then I'll show you the efficiency I get at the end of my trip. So let's go. So one pedal driving, let's jump into one pedal driving. Now I just came from my dental appointment, and it's a nicer day out. I might even pull the vet out, man. It's nice out here. Okay. One pedal driving is, in fact, folks, one of the best things. So I accelerate out here. One pedal driving is one of the best things to use when you're driving an EV. Folks, if you have a car that has one pedal driving and you're not using it, and I'm going to be focusing center on this. It's not so much that I'm going to be showing the road. I want to focus on this area here, so you can see my miles and efficiency and stuff like that. So one pedal driving, and I'm also using my Ray-Ban Metas to record this, so there might be some breaks in the video. Just so you know, I have to restart the glasses because you get a 3-minute time limit. But one pedal driving, folks, I'm not pressing the brake right now. This is me letting off the accelerator. Yes, folks, that is what I want when I'm driving an EV. Now, initially, when I first got into EV about 6 years ago, I was skeptical about driving an EV, but the more and more over the years I've driven EVs, one pedal driving has just become the thing to do for me. And you can turn it off. You for sure can turn it off. But I recommend that you just let the car do its thing. Let the car do its thing. Don't use your brakes if you don't have to. Now, you're going to have to use your brakes at some point or another. You're going to have to stop on a dime, or, you know, it could just be anything. You're going to need to use your brakes, and that's okay. But I found that when I don't use one pedal driving, like when I'm in my Corvette or I'm in my Jeep, I'm letting off the accelerator like the car is going to stop itself. I'm like, oh shoot. But you know, one pedal driving is more of a convenience factor and almost like a safety feature. Some people might not be paying attention or something like that, and then the car will stop itself if they're easing off the accelerator. So it's a huge thing. Now, this car obviously has a ton of safety features, but one pedal driving is, to me, the way to drive this car, or any EV that has the functionality of one pedal driving. Folks, it's super convenient. Now, I'll admit, it is weird at first, but you should get used to it quickly, especially if it's your car. Because that way you can practice with it, and then you can pretty much get used to it by just continuously using it. It only takes about 3 weeks to create a habit. And I say only, but that's a little bit of a time. But with one pedal driving, within a week, especially if this is your daily driver, within a week, folks, you're gonna be comfortable with driving with one pedal driving. And what is one pedal driving? One pedal driving is, well, you're not using the brake. You're letting off the accelerator or the throttle, and you're feathering it depending on how fast you want to go or how you want to stop. Yeah, so that's how one pedal driving works. You don't really need to press the brake at all. You just press the accelerator to stop and start the car, or excuse me, stop and move the car. So I personally am a fan of one pedal driving. I think it helps with efficiency. It also helps with your brakes, having your brakes last longer. There are some people who own EVs where brakes still look brand new after 2 or 3 years. Now, I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm just saying that's how well that takes away from like maintenance costs. Yeah, radar check is going on. That takes away from like maintenance costs in an EV. So driving this car overall, coming from my Model Y, extraordinary, folks. extraordinary. It's refreshing to have something actually here. Now, there'll be Tesla people that chime in. Folks, I was a Tesla person for years. That's all I wanted to drive was a Tesla for an EV. I said it, I vocalized that a bunch of times. I'm not buying anything but a Tesla for an EV. Said it on multiple videos, but that's just not the case. There are so many other deals out there and better cars, I would say, than Teslas for comfort and driving. That's just what it is. You'll hear Tesla people say, oh, self-driving though, self-driving. Folks, I get it. Tesla's self-driving has improved greatly over the years, and it's really good. But this car does have Super Cruise, and if it's an option for Super Cruise, and if it has Super Cruise, I probably still wouldn't use it because I want to drive the car. I don't trust that the car is going to keep me that safe, if that makes sense. So, yeah, driving this car for me and my humble experience and owning all these different cars, this is just the best of the best for a mid-size SUV at a fraction of the cost of a Tesla Model Y. And again, that's from real world experience and ownership, not just going for a test drive or saying, oh, I've been in that car before. I own a Tesla, but I rode in that car. No, this is real world ownership. And again, I would buy another Tesla, you know, if the pricing was right, and the range was more accurate, and the efficiency was as good as this car. Yeah, I would do it again. I'm not writing off Teslas at all. This car just happened to be a really good car. Let me get away from this guy. Man, you can see a little bit of the acceleration there. This car just happened to be very efficient, overly efficient, if you will. It really is an efficient car, and I get more range than advertised. That's something that doesn't happen with Teslas. It just doesn't happen. Teslas always have less range than advertised. And again, this isn't a video to badger the Tesla. It's just my experience with this car is so much better than driving a Tesla. We're talking about comfort, feel, steering, just everything. Now, this is a front motor. This isn't the all-wheel drive. This is the front motor. And folks, it is more than enough power for a car that you're going to daily drive. Don't think that you're not going to have enough power. The acceleration, I think, is like 8-9 seconds to 60, but you're not in a race to get to 60. When you're already cruising and driving, it's more than enough power to accelerate past someone. As you can see, like there was that guy riding next to me. Why? I don't know. He was so close to me, so I had to accelerate a little bit and let him get behind me or something like that. But in the end, my experience with driving this car has been incredible, man. And it's not just the hype of a new car. I have cars in the house. Like I said, and I'm not as excited for certain cars. You know, this is my daily driver. Like it's cool and everything, but I'm thinking more about efficiency, and that is where this car shines the most. It's really good on efficiency. I get more miles than advertised. It's extraordinarily comfortable. There's tons of room. I can sit behind myself in a 6'4.5" foot seating position for the driver. I can sit behind myself and still have room. That is impressive. So that is another reason why I like this better than the Model Y. That is another reason. There are Model Ys all over the place too. They're everywhere. Yes, I wanted to just give you a quick driving impressions video, guys. This car is a lot of fun to drive. It is very comfortable. It's more than enough power. It's more than enough car. It's extraordinarily efficient. What more do you want for a daily driver? It really is. So I'm gonna get out of here. Just wanted to do a quick video and show you guys that, yeah, and talk to you about the car. One pedal driving is the way to go when you have this car. If you have this car, and I want to say also, shout out to all the new Equinox owners like myself. Again, I was predominantly Tesla, but this car right here, the deals that they have on this car, the customer cash, the dealers are dropping the price. I mean, it's a win, folks. It's a freaking win. There's no getting around. It's a win. $22,000. Some people have gotten them for $20,000. I just shot for the lowest price. That's all I did. I saw the range, and I heard that people get more range than advertised. So I shot for the lowest price, and I found one. And I'm super excited for it, folks. I'm here for it. This car is amazing to daily drive, super comfortable, and I can't wait to take it on even longer road trips because it is open to the Tesla network. Chevy has opened up, Tesla's opened up to the Chevy cars, and you can, I have my adapter in the back. I bought an adapter on Amazon, and you know, hey, I threw it in the trunk, and so if I decide to take a road trip, I can comfortably charge anywhere, whether it's Tesla or EVgo or Mercedes, any of those cars that you are charging networks that you can think of. I wanted to show you real briefly here as I close out this trip. This is my current efficiency, and wow, I mean, I've driven 11.4 miles so far. You can see I'm getting 5.2 miles per kilowatt. That's the most I've seen out of this car. I've never seen higher than 4.9. But you know, when you're slowing down, you obviously get the regen. So that is impressive. That is impressive. You remember my starting range there, and you remember my starting miles, and this is the same trip. Like I said, I didn't want to record the entire trip, just me driving. I don't have that much to say, but sorry for the reflection there, but I wanted to show you, man, this is what you can look forward to when driving an EV. This is what driving an EV is all about. This is what it's all about. It's about, you know, saving money and not spending money on gas, and then getting some of the best mileage that you could possibly get out of a vehicle. Yeah, this is crazy. So I'll give you my final numbers once I park at my house. All right, guys, here are the final numbers. As you can see, remember my starting range. I believe it was 240. Remember my starting miles. You can see I just drove 12.6 miles. Sorry for the reflection. And I got 5.5 miles per kilowatt hour, folks. That's incredible. That's incredible. I wanted to close out the video this way. I didn't want to film the entire drive, you know, me driving all the way from my dental appointment. But I just got to say, man, this is what EV ownership is about. Getting extraordinary range like this and efficiency. And it's just a win, man. Like, it's a win. And I think this is what people should look forward to when they decide to pick up an EV. It should be that you're actually getting good range, and you should also be getting at least what's advertised. And that's what I like about the Chevy Equinox EV. Anyway, it's your man Jay. Wow, impressive to say the least. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.